I don't know if they strike you guys as super pro-Israel. I don't get that vibe. So if Progressive Victory was hiring people to do Zionist propaganda, why?
I actually wish people wouldn't take anything in good faith to what these people are doing. Like the thing is and you know the reality of this is that Hutch here, okay, is so nice and so kind, and I hate it. He's like he addresses everything from the perspective of like he assumes no one lies, no one everyone is good faith, no one is like gives no one is a villain, right? You know, everyone is just here to have some fun or something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he doesn't look at the world like that. But the thing is that that's always that's always how he comes off to me. But you know, I appreciate his good faithness, okay? But the thing is and the reality of the situation is that Hasan just doxes everyone maliciously, might I add, okay? It was under the reason that Israel was committing a genocide in Gaza. This is like, it's 100%, like 100%, like, oh, this person is a valid target for my audience. It is the most unhinged shit, okay? Just insane. But yeah, like, yeah. It's just like, oh yeah, these people are valid targets. Here's the doxes on them. Like, what the fuck? Here's their addresses and phone numbers and everything.
Why the fuck did they bring those two on? By the way, those were not the only two super progressive people in that pool of
Like,
creators that was doing work
I mean,
for PB. Thankfully for me, Progressive Victory did not get my correct address, which is like pretty fucking lucky. So, you know, get fucked, nerds. But so this guy finds the thing, you know, and then he makes a video that Hasan in this video here from 7 days ago. So last Wednesday, Hasan on his stream was watching a video from Bad Empanada. The name of the video is like, all these slop tubers are paid Zionist shills or something like that. And then, you know, so I find this video last night. I don't know if I was the first one in the group to find it. I don't know if Lonerbox found it before I did. I'm kind of surprised that it took me a minute to find this video, because in this video, Bad Empanada shows like partial doxes, like full on partial doxes. The type.
Oh, okay, it's not partial dox, it's full doxes, you mean. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Type of personal information that is not allowed on Twitch as a platform.
It doesn't really
like
matter.
You are not allowed to show that kind of information.
At that point, okay.
And Hasan not only echoes and repeats the outrageous claims that Bad Empanada was making in this video, he expands on them even further and pauses the video at times where this partial doxed information is like prominently featured on his screen. It blew my mind. I was watching this video last night and I knew that Hasan was really bad. Like, I knew that he was really bad. I honestly, like, he exceeded my already low expectations, because he's watching this video from Bad Empanada and he's repeating the claims. He seems to be in this video agreeing with Bad Empanada that we at Progressive Victory were taking money to do Israeli propaganda. Like, he repeats the claims and seems to legitimize them. I know he's not stupid enough to actually believe this. Like, anybody who's stupid enough to believe that conspiracy theory.
Bro, are any anti-fans ever gonna comment on this ever? Any of the anti-fans that went after Progressive Victory, you think that these people should be swatted or what? Like, I'm just saying, all the information is now out there to swat them. Right? Like, what the fuck? That's so fucked up. Yeah.
These are like brain-rotted Bad Empanada fans that are just psychotic. And I know that Hasan is not that stupid. So the only conclusion that I can jump to is that he is maliciously lying. And then when he freezes frame with people's personal information on his stream, that is 1000% intentional. So the fact that I was getting literally hundreds of people in my mentions this weekend accusing me of taking Israeli blood money, I was like, okay, I don't know where this is all coming from, but there's like a lot. There's like, people had been in my mentions accusing me of this before, but kind of more sporadically.
Bro, what's gonna happen now? And you know, I feel like people don't really think this through either, okay? But whatever. But the thing is that, like, now what people are gonna do is that they, like, what I'm gonna guess, because the thing is that I'm pretty familiar with snark behavior, right? Because I know how these people work. A lot of their fans will create alt accounts and many alt accounts and stuff like that, and they'll just spam Hutch's docs everywhere. Like, that's probably what they'll do. They'll spam Hutch's docs. They'll spam his first name, last name, his address, like everywhere across Twitter, and say like, oh yeah, this person's a paid Zionist shill. And they deserve what's coming to them. Here's their phone number. Here's their address. That's what they'll do, okay? Like, what the fuck?
And over the weekend, it was literally like hundreds. And then come to find out, Hasan is on his stream last week telling his audience that we're getting paid to do Israeli propaganda. He also accused Progressive Victory of being a slush fund for Destiny's friends. He accuses us of taking money to make Destiny look good. And Destiny had nothing to do with Progressive Victory. He had nothing to do with it. Like, they collaborated a couple times on some canvassing events, but Destiny was not a part of Progressive Victory PAC. He did not fund Progressive Victory PAC. We did not talk about Destiny in Progressive Victory PAC. None of this is based on anything. So it's really something that, like, the biggest left-wing politics streamer on Twitch is not only, like, maliciously lying, knowing full well that his audience are going to jump in my mentions by the hundreds and just harass the fucking shit out of me and lob baseless accusations at me, literally baseless, like no evidence, zero evidence that PV was this slush fund and we were doing this propaganda. Like, there's nothing to base that off of at all. Not only was he doing these baseless accusations, he doxed us. He doxed us. It's like prominently featured on his screen. Hello? Are we like, I don't know what to say, man. I mean, like, I reported the VOD. The VOD is still up, you know, like you can find the VOD on his channel. I reported the VOD. I sent an email to like Twitch support. I added them. Like, if there's no consequence for this, like, I don't know what are, there's just no rules. Like, I don't understand. It's a blatant violation of Twitch's doxing policy. Like, if you go to their policy, this is what it says about doxing. Doxing of any kind is prohibited by Twitch's community guidelines, even if the perpetrators only expose information available via the public record. If your personally identifiable information is released on Twitch without your consent, you can file a report and we will investigate and enforce against the doxer if appropriate. What Hasan did is a blatant violation of their doxing TOS, just blatant. And I think it kind of reveals like what an actual piece of shit he is. I mean, he's talking all this shit yesterday.
It also reveals what a piece of shit fucking platform Twitch is. Like, what the fuck? People are leaving in protest, and, you know, I'm glad that Hutch now realizes that they are, like, just evil people. Like, they're actual supervillains. That's what they are, right? Like, this is some fucking villain-ass shit going on.
Hasan is about banning any mention of Bad Empanada in his chat, because Bad Empanada and his audience were going in Hasan's chat and spamming at Hasan that he was like a liberal Zionist genocide supporter. Like, he was so happy to use Bad Empanada as his own personal attack dog, because he knew Bad Empanada was fucking like deranged and psychotic enough to take it to the extremes that he does. He knows that kind of behavior from Bad Empanada results in relentless harassment from his psychotic fans. He regularly platformed Bad Empanada. In fact, as I said, he showed that video on his stream last week with these insane accusations. And as he doxes us, there's like 12 people. There's like 12 people, like 12 creators or whatever. I don't even, maybe more. We had their personal information plastered all over Hasan's stream with an audience of 30,000 people. And again, I keep going back to this, but like, Hasan doesn't actually believe this. I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, he doesn't actually believe that Progressive Victory was a slush fund and that we were doing Israeli propaganda. He doesn't actually believe this. He's lying. And then he's using Bad Empanada as a attack dog. And then he got tired of Bad Empanada nipping at his heels. And so now you ban Bad Empanada because you're getting harassed, when last week you were more than happy to have this guy serve as your attack dog? As you lie about us? As you like maliciously lie about us? Can anyone give me any fucking example of like that lefty media space, black pill lefty media space, or like leftist media space? Can anyone give me a single example of a creator that actually gives a fuck about the truth? I'm serious. Like, I just want one. Like, give me one creator in that space that rigorously fact checks things, that does not engage in this kind of conspiracy theory, crazy nonsense, that actually places a heavy emphasis on getting stories correct. Like, just give me one, you know, between like Majority Report, Breaking Points, you know, Bad Faith Podcast, Hasan Stream, all of his orbiters. Like, is there a single example of people that don't engage in this kind of like crazy conjecture? It's not even conjecture. It's like, it's not based on anything. These accusations are completely baseless. Hasan knows that that Bad Empanada doxes malicious.
You know what I think? I think that if everyone is still being treated like a Destiny orbiter, there's literally no use to distancing yourself from Destiny in the first place, okay? Because the whole reason why you distance yourself from Destiny is just simply because of the reason that you don't want any danger coming to you. You don't want to be doxxed. You don't want to be harassed. You don't want to be X and Y, right? But it seems like to me that that doesn't change shit. So why the fuck did you leave in the first place? I mean, maybe you didn't know at the time, but the thing is that it literally does not even matter whether or not you're a Destiny Orbiter or not, right? I don't mind giving up some of my influence in this sphere right now, you know, if some people would come back. The thing is, and the reality of the situation is that now that you're isolated and divided, you're weak and you're vulnerable. You're no longer working as a coalition on the internet. You're vulnerable to the United Leftist Front, okay? The Hamas front. You're divided. Now they're picking you off one by one. Good luck, I guess. But, you know.
Smears people, lies. He knows that. He platformed him from time to time because he found him useful in his fight against like Ethan and at times me. Like he doesn't focus on me. I'm a much more like smaller creator. And there were other creators in this pool. So like he was using this Bad Empanada to smear like a ton of us that were speaking up about the Taylor Lorenz shitty article is what was happening. So he was using this video to smear me, Lycan, Lonerbox. He knew that Bad Empanada was lying. He just repeated those lies because he knew we were going to get shit from crazy idiot people in his audience. It blows my mind. You can call me a prick. You can say that I focus on too much of this or too much of that. You can have differences of opinions when it comes to me. I never maliciously smear people, ever. I would never just make something up about someone and then just like roll with it. I would never knowingly lie about someone just because I didn't like them. That is not how I operate. Anyways, that's what I'm dealing with these days. I don't even know. I don't even know like what to say. Like I see this stuff pop. It's a crazy thing to open up your feed and you're seeing all these like really intense accusations and you're not even entirely sure what you're being accused of doing. And you're just looking at it and it's like, and then you're confronted with the realization that these people are accusing you of the most insane shit you could imagine and they genuinely believe it. Like they actually fucking believe it. Like to their core. They're not joking. Yep. I know it's super late here, but you know it's illegal to dox people in California. It's not just against witch policy. Listen, I don't listen.
Huh?
I'm not trying to. People are like, nah, I'm not trying to like sue people or press charges against people. I'm not dealing with that fucking headache. Pass.
He disturbs me.
I don't know, you know, like certainly he's violating Twitch's policies, but I don't know if he would meet the threshold legally
you can sue
to face any
anybody
kind of
for
accountability.
anything.
It's interesting because you know many people in the UK would consider Ben to be
honestly more than the doxing, which I think is really bad, like very bad for one of the biggest streamers on the platform to casually dox like fucking 24 people is pretty crazy. But what bugs me more than the doxing was the lying. Like he was maliciously lying to his audience about what Progressive Victory was, about like why we were a part of that program, what we were doing. Those smears are insane to me. It's crazy. I think people show you their whole ass sometimes, and you get a glimpse into how they work. And I think this was a very honest moment, ironic.
I'm gonna be honest, Hutch. I'm not sure about glimpsing into someone's whole ass, okay? But you know, that's just me.
For Hasan, because what he demonstrated is that if he doesn't like someone, or if he feels like if he feels like for whatever reason he wants to discredit someone, he'll just fucking say whatever. He doesn't give a fuck. Like he will say whatever, which is, you know, I'm always surprised when I see people act that way because some people call me naive, but I'm generally optimistic about people. Like I like to think better of people. I tend to be charitable. I mean, sometimes like, listen, you know, I'm biased, right? So like as soon as I identify someone as, not on the up and up, I'm not very charitable to them. But if I don't know much about someone, I tend to not think the worst, you know? Like when Elon did his blatant Nazi salute, my initial reaction was like, this just seems like he's spurred out. He's a super awkward guy, you know? Maybe the Roman salute, maybe that makes sense, you know? And then the next day I was, you know, it took me about 24 hours. I was like, nah, that's a Nazi salute. But like my initial reaction was to not assume that he was doing that. And it's the same for content creators. And so to see Hasan just blatantly lie like that is that was a pretty intense realization. Like, oh, like I knew he was bad. I knew he was pretty destructive. I knew he was bad. I don't think I knew that he was capable of like smearing somebody like that. I think that was news to me because it's so blatant. It is such a blatantly dishonest smear that is so easily refutable with the tiniest amount of effort. It's crazy. For him to platform Bad Empanada, for him to watch most of that video, for him to blatantly dox us, and then for him to repeat Bad Empanada's obviously fabricated claims and breathe life into those claims, and then hundreds of people show up in my mentions accusing me of the most heinous things. That was all intentional. He did that deliberately. He was weaponizing his own audience, lying to them about what we were doing, knowing that they were going to spam my feed with insane accusations. So I knew he was bad, but now I know like he is bad, bro. That is a kind of behavior that is so
honestly, if you're a streamer, you can get doxxed eventually if a person has enough resources to do so. Oh yeah, no, that should be an expectation. In my opinion. Yeah. I think that if you want a streaming career, you should be ready to be doxxed, yes. Maybe even potentially swatted, okay, if you're hated enough. And harassed. But that's just the life, you know, that's the contract. That's the unwritten contract that you sign, okay, when you sign to become a streamer.
Disgusting. Like we're supposed to be above that. Once you reach a certain age, you're not supposed to do stuff like that. You're supposed to know that that's like wrong. That's like profoundly wrong to do that. To smear somebody like that, to lie about people like that. That motherfucker, if he thinks that you're an enemy, fucking no rules, bro. All bets are off. He will say and do whatever the fuck. And I think it speaks to how low he like that guy Hasan thinks his audience are fucking dumb. That's another thing it tells you.
Doxxing?
He doesn't trust that people in his audience are going to hear those claims and then try to actually like substantiate it somehow. He doesn't think that people in his audience are going to do like a Google search to see what Progressive Victory was all about, or to discover that they collaborated with fucking Pokimane and Valkyrae and Emma Vigland and you know, a bunch of other big leftists. He doesn't think that people in his audience are going to discover that there were like they're making a big thing over Lycan being involved in the program. They're like, oh, Destiny's chef was in the program. But I don't know if you guys have seen Lycan's feed these days. He went like way to the left. I like Lycan a lot, you know, like I think he's always been a super nice guy to me. He's to the left of me politically, but he's always just been very, very nice to me. I get really good vibes from that guy generally. But he is super anti-Israel. So it's insane for Hasan to be like, oh, they're paying Destiny's chef. And then 2 minutes later say, turns out they were being paid to fucking be nice to Israel. Like, well, how the fuck do you explain Lycan? What's he doing in that program? So it's the egregiousness of the dishonesty. It's the blatant nature of the dishonesty. It's the absurdity of their claims. So Hasan necessarily thinks his audience are fucking dumb. And you know what? Yeah, you know, yeah, of course. Yeah. Otherwise they would not be watching Hasan. So you know what I mean? Like, if the shoe fits. But I would never think so low of you guys to make those kinds of smears. I know, like if I were to accuse someone of something like that, I know people in my audience would look shit up. And then if they found that I was saying something that was ridiculous, you guys would be in my mention saying like, this is fucking stupid.
Bro, there's almost 200 people here watching. Actually, there probably is 200 people here watching, okay, in total. But can I please get likes on the stream, please? Thank you. I appreciate that. 200 plus likes. Yeah, thank you. That's it. Thank you.
Like, I know that you guys are that kind of audience. I love that about you guys. Like, for the record, I don't think we have like a big cult of personality in this community where you guys just take what I say as gospel. Like, we don't, you know, that's not how we do shit around here. And I love that personally. Anyways, I just can't get over it. It blows my mind that Hasan was capable of that kind of dishonesty. Like, his audience really are a weapon to him. I think that's what's going on. Like, he sees his own audience as a fucking weapon. He certainly saw Bad Empanada as a weapon that he could use to fuck with people that he.
And then that's right. Okay, donate a coin to your local streamer. Also, another thing is, again, I had to clarify this. In case you don't trust me with your information, okay? If you donate via Streamlabs, I will know your PayPal, okay? If your full name is on your PayPal, I will know what your full name is, okay? So just keep that part in mind if you do actually choose to donate via Streamlabs specifically, okay? If you want me to give the biggest piece of the cut, donate on Kick, all right? That will enable you to give me the biggest piece of the cut. Also, join my Discord, discord.gg/Foodshops. Thank you.
Didn't like, including doxing and malicious smears. Had no problem with it when Bad Empanada was directing that at people that he thought were, you know, enemies or whatever. And then Bad Empanada starts fucking with Hasan, and he's like, you know what? We're gonna ban every mention of Bad Empanada in my chat. Like, you fucking loved him when he was lying his disgusting, repulsive face off. Will Kane, thanks so much for 10 Hong Kong. Is that what that is? Hasan claims Destiny paid Hasan's girlfriend. I don't know if that's his actual girlfriend. I mean, there's like speculation that I don't even want to get into that because like there's speculation about like Hasan dating other big streamers or whatever. But you know, Pokimane and Valkyrae had a conversation with Bernie Sanders. It was facilitated by Progressive Victory. Emma Vigland was on a panel with Vosh and Destiny at a DC event that was, I believe, organized by Progressive Victory. Vosh and Emma Vigland. Pretty sure this conversation they had right here, I'm pretty sure this was all facilitated by PV. I could be wrong. I don't want to slander anyone. Does it say? Yeah, it says right here. Destiny debates Vosh, Emma Vigland from Majority Report.
Shaken, not stirred.
Are you trans?
Thank you for the $2. No.
And Ryan Grimm in front of the White House in a special event organized by Progressive Victory. This is Emma Vigland at an event organized by Progressive Victory. Is she super pro-Israel? Is Ryan Grimm super pro-Israel? That's what makes what Hasan did so egregious, is because that claim that we were doing the propaganda for Israel is so easily debunked. Boom. Just me showing you this image. Debunked. It didn't happen. It couldn't have happened. That couldn't have been the case. Because of this. It's not the doxing that pisses me off more. It's the smear. It's the crazy smear. It's the insane nature of that smear. He has such a low opinion of his own audience. You need to stop acting like these people are good faith as opposed to discussing intentional clout, chasing liars. I already knew that. Okay, so again, I already knew that Hasan was bad faith. I just didn't know that it was this bad. Like, now he's just on a whole other level. Like, he is arguably like worse than Candace Owens. Like, he's certainly like Candace Owens caliber of creator.
Yeah, he's
Like, there's just no standards. There's no
Candace Owens doesn't try to lie in order to snake her way into political movements. Candace Owens isn't clout chasing Mamdani and lying to do so. Right? Candace Owens is very blatant with who she is. She literally openly had an interview with Nick Fuentes. That's as blatant as you can be. But Hasan is insidious. Hasan is sneaky, okay?
like moral thing. There's no like moral commitment to the truth, you know? I think it's like a moral thing to be truthful. And he has no defined relationship with the truth. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, the truth just doesn't matter. Are you for real? 100%. Yeah. You know, he's not, Hasan was lying. Like, this whole thing, he was lying. Like, all this right here.
On his videos named Like.
I gotta be careful here because I can't show you the things might pop up here.
And who's just his chef, apparently. And he gets paid there as well. And it's just like, there's no, what is this? Wait, they paid out creators directly to the pack? Are they stupid? I think.
Martini, shaken, not stirred.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for the $10, 1993. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. Thanks for all the support.
So that's it. Yeah. Dylan Burns, Hunter Avalon, Hutch.
You can't see it, but in like it's not on my screen right now, but he's showing like these are partial doxes on the screen right now. There's like super personal information on the screen
His own
right
personal
now.
chef. Like this is what happened. This is what took place. Okay. And the pack actually did unironically raise a bunch of money off of like.
You know how gosh, it's a stereotype. Okay, hold on, let me describe the stereotype. You know how there is a stereotype of like a certain kind of like villain in because you have the mwahaha dark villain types, you know, the shadowy villains, the people who are like just obviously villains because they're whatever. But then there are the villains who present themselves as lawful good. They wear colors of blue, gold, and white. All right, in order to present themselves as like someone who is fighting a just battle against the tides of evil. But the moment you begin to investigate them like even more, you begin to discover the more corrupt and evil that they actually are, right? But the thing is that they present a very like lawful good mask in order to have their true. Hasan is the latter type. He's not the former, because the former is like very like Nick Fuentes is that. Nick Fuentes is the former type, okay? Nick Fuentes is someone who goes and wears like a fucking hood, right? A hood. I know. KKK. Okay, all right, joke. Good joke. Good joke. Good one, Foods. All right. But you know, like on the other hand, it's like Hasan is the fucking white priest. Okay, the white wearing priest person coming in, okay, wearing blue and gold saying, we must sanctify the demons. And the demons are like common civilians. We have to bring them, we have to cleanse the corruption from these lands. And the corruption are like fucking black people. I don't fucking know. But yeah, like that's the context of this, okay, but yeah.
People who thought that they were giving money to a political action committee that was going to go around and you know do door knocking campus operations, which they did, but then also turned around and basically created this fucking like pay structure for a bunch of Destiny's friends.
He's accusing PV of being a slush fund. That's what he's saying. He's saying that they set it up to give the appearance of doing political advocacy, but all it was a slush fund for Destiny's friends. He's accusing me of defrauding people who.
Okay, hold on. This one's interesting. Lonerbox, yo, the Zionist DGG slush fund operation really has some tentacles, huh? Frogan. I teamed up with Progressive Victory to organize a game out the vote Fall Guys tournament. Oh, yeah, okay, alright, very cool. Yep, true. Spitting, Loner, thank you. Very cool. Thank you, Frogan. Agent Frogan coming in, okay?
That's what he's doing. He's accusing me, and everybody else that was a part of this, of defrauding the people who donated money to PV by treating it like a slush fund.
Agent
that is such a
Frogan.
crazy thing to accuse someone of. There is no basis for that accusation. There's nothing that you can point to say, this is why I think that. It's
That was a good impression, was it? I think that was a perfect impression. I think that was a perfect impression.
Completely baseless. And he is lying.
Like, they have no viewership. Like, there's no real justification for like tapping into these dudes and giving them like $3,000 or $1,000 or even $500 to just like go to an event. And
Now he's doing the clout thing, bro. Now he's doing the clout thing. I guess if you don't have 30,000 concurrents, you have no value to do any kind of political advocacy.
No,
that's what he said. Like, what kind of message do you think that sends to like other left-leaning creators? Like, what about other progressive creators that are only pulling like 50, 100 viewers or whatever
great.
across all platforms? Is he saying that it would never be justified to work with a small creator? Like, what if that small creator was just like genuinely, earnestly invested in the type of advocacy that they were doing? So he's pointing to the fact that
based.
like
Sorry.
the people
Okay, that doesn't sound.
that were a part of the PB program.
Okay,
It was
I'll
like a
try-
spectrum
I'll
of
try
like
more.
clout. You know, like you had Josiah was a part of the program. That guy was getting
Hold on, I have to hold my chin up. Okay. Okay. Mandatory second chin. Okay. Based.
fucking insane
Okay,
views.
I
And then
don't
you also
know.
had people on the lower end of the viewership. But he's suggesting that like there was no value to bringing on people with lower viewership. Therefore, it must be a slush fund. Like, how is this not a malicious smear? Like, how is this not just complete fucking lie? Just complete malicious smear.
sit there and talk about how great the Democratic Party is. It's just like a waste of funds unless it is actually created to just like pay out your friends.
Do you hear that? That is such a serious thing to accuse someone of doing. That is such a serious thing to accuse someone of defrauding people who were donating to what they thought was a progressive cause. That's like one of the worst things that you could accuse someone of doing in the political space. Of being, and this is all adjacent to the recent Taylor Lorenz article, by the way. It did cross my mind for sure.
Right.
Like, can I fucking sue this guy
I
for
was
this?
making a
Like, that's
Hasan
an insane
impression.
thing to say.
You go around and you do fundraisers from all these people. They're like, oh yeah, I want the Democrats to win. I'm going to fundraise for it. Right. And then and then all that happens in the process is that you just end up paying a bunch of dudes that are friends with like Brianna Wu and Destiny. In the business, we call these scam packs. Usually their main method is buying a text or email list and just mass.
I think he's saying that we didn't actually do any work. Like, what else is he saying here? He's saying we didn't actually do anything. We would just solicit donations. He conceded a few moments ago that we did do canvassing events. I went to one in Wisconsin. Was not paid to do that, by the way. That's the other thing too, bro, is like those canvassing events, those were not paid appearances from the creators that went. Like, people that went to those canvassing events legit like just wanted to engage politically in a way, like they wanted to actually take action and do something to help affect a better outcome. Those were not paid appearances to do those canvassing events. As far as I'm aware, I don't think like Emma Vigeland was paid. Nobody that I know of was paid to go to Wisconsin when we went to Wisconsin. We just went because
Also, you know what I'm gonna do for as long as I am in this space? I think that I should back up people who are, because the thing is that like these fucking former Destiny orbiters, okay, are being attacked as if they were still a fucking orbiter. Yeah? In my opinion, like we should defend people who are even like former Destiny orbiters, just mean because they don't draw a differentiation. That's the problem. They don't draw a fucking differentiation. Why the fuck should I draw a differentiation then? Like, I guess from my perspective, okay? Like, I don't know. Like, what the fuck? But also, you know, I get it, okay? You kind of brought that on yourself by not being a Destiny person anymore. I get it. But the thing is that you're a fucking moron. Okay, anyway, yeah.
we
There you
fucking
go.
believed that Donald Trump needed to lose the fucking election. And was
Like, don't be, like, what? You are getting none of the benefits of separating yourself from Destiny other than to, you know, soundly sleep at night, I guess. Like, I guess you get to sleep at night now because you get to feel as though maybe you're just for, you know, distancing your away from someone who is in active litigation, all right, who you think to be a possible predator, I guess, from your point of view. But you're getting none of the benefits of that. You're not. None of the financial or practical benefits of that. Because you're getting fucked up by these people. You're getting beat up. You're getting obliterated right now, okay? You need support.
Wisconsin was an important state. And here you have this guy just casually accusing us of just like taking money to do nothing, of defrauding
Yeah,
people
how
that
is
were
wrong,
donating
I
money.
guess?
It's insane.
I don't know.
Saying contribution asked the grassroots donors with some generic line like stop Donald Trump, etc. People definitely fall for it, and it also severely harms the wider fundraising ecosystem. It actually really frustrates professionals who do this for genuine good reasons. I don't know if this was, I don't know if Progressive Voice or Progressive, what the fuck was it? Progressive Victory. Sorry, not Progressive Voice. Progressive Victory was set up.
Why does he keep on
with
saying
honest
it
intention from
wrong?
the start, or and then it just like kind of turned into this like idiotic thing. Okay, it turned into.
He doesn't even know what the thing was. Like, he has no idea. Like, he doesn't even know what the work was. He has apparently adopted this position that it was just like the slush fund. Maybe it started off good, but then it turned into something like, well, what are you alleging? What is the proof for these accusations? What are you basing this off of?
It's like slush fund for the besties, right? Of a sex pest, or
Bro, I mean, how is this not slander? How is this not fucking slander? Like, how is this not slander? In what universe is this not like fucking textbook slander?
If it was, or if it always was supposed to be this way, and then it got led astray. I don't know. But I do know that they actively tried to work with me as well on numerous occasions. And I didn't work with them for this reason, because I was like, there's no way. Like, I've seen some of the people that you guys have worked with. I'm not interested because that's fucking insane. It shows me at the very least that you guys.
What's funny is that, you know, the Progressive Victory, they got Vosh, Emma Vigland, and Destiny to collaborate together. And all three of those people hate the other two, I think. I could be wrong. I don't think Emma Vigland is a big Vosh fan. She's certainly not a Destiny fan. Destiny does not like Emma Vigland or Vosh.
It's almost as if it's team
I don't know, Vosh
sports,
probably has
isn't
a
it?
good opinion of Emma Vigland, but definitely does not like Destiny. But the point was not for these people to get together, and you know, it wasn't about like advancing their brand or whatever. The whole point of that was showing a united front in the face of Trump. That's why they did that. And so, like, listen, I mean, I understand, like, if you don't want to show up to an event with someone like Vosh or Destiny or whatever, I don't think like people should criticize you too heavily for that, but you know, that the point was to be like united about like beating Donald Trump, but I guess that just flew over his head, right?
Guys are not making the right decisions. You know what I mean? Like, you're just not making. There's people within the leadership structure that like are very clearly making idiotic idiotic choices. Like, even if I'm aligned ostensibly with the goals that you're trying to fucking push for here, it just doesn't make any sense.
YouTube.
I gotta be careful. Hold on.
Wrote about. This is not the same group. This is a different article that Taylor Lorenz wrote about. Well, this is not the article that Taylor.
It's best to, I mean, like if you watch it beforehand, it's best to write down where the doxes are coming or where the doxes are coming from, the actual like pronunciation or
Lorenz wrote about. This is not the same group. This is a different pack.
He's talking about Progressive Victory here, obviously, right?
This is just a different pack that I know more about because.
You don't know anything about it. You literally don't know anything about the pack. The way you're talking about it, you have no fucking idea what you're talking about. You're just making it up, or you're just like listening to people in your chat, or you're getting your information from Bad Empanada, who he knows. Like, he knows Bad Empanada is not a reliable source of information. He knows this. It's like he's 100% like he absolutely knows this, right? I can't switch the scene because there's like partial doxes on the screen. I can't put it on my fucking screen because I will get disciplined.
It's okay, Hutch. Okay, you're pretty handsome, even though you're bald. Okay, you're shaped like an egg, but you're a pretty egg. Okay.
If I do that, do you understand the irony of that? If I put it on my screen, I'm for sure gonna catch a ban. But I'm watching a VOD of a fucking Hasan stream where he's doing it, right? Like,
Freudian slip. You still watch Destiny? Got him. Kidding.
I noticed what was going on, what they were doing, and I thought, you know, this is suspicious.
It's like 20 fucking people.
Victory last year and didn't get much coverage. Brianna Wu set this up with Destiny with the express purpose of getting him a higher profile within the DNC and push progressive voices out.
This is Gremlo speaking up in his chat, who's another just fucking Gremlo is a I don't know. I feel like it's a bit. Gremlo said, I covered PD last year and didn't get much coverage. Brianna Wu set this up with Destiny with the express purpose of getting him a higher profile within the DNC and push progressive voices out, yourself included. If that was the goal, then why did they contract people that were like, there was, I don't know how much detail I can get into it, but within the creator program, the work that they were like full on communists in the program, like communists, like Marxists. If this thing was set up between Brianna Wu and Destiny with the express purpose of getting him a higher profile within the DNC and pushing progressive voices out, yourself included, why did they collaborate with Emma Vigland and Vosh and fucking Ryan Grimm if they were trying to push out progressive voices? It doesn't make any fucking sense. It is completely nonsensical. Literally, Vosh was and still.
Well, it isn't just that it's nonsensical, okay? Because I don't think he even tried, right? It isn't even about trying to make sense. It's about it's so then Hasan needs like the most bare bones excuse at the time to get out the docs. He needed the most bare bones excuse to get the docs out, to take shots at Destiny. He needed the most bare bones excuse, the most not thought through excuse possible, right? To make that happen. And at the time, that was what his objective is. And I think that people who are good faith will agree with me on that, okay? I think people who are good faith will agree with me that what that looks like is, it isn't about like internal consistency whatsoever. It's not about how much of a hypocrite you are, even though Frogan has received, has worked with Progressive Victory. It's all about spite. Dude, I'm gonna quote Morty, okay, from Rick and Morty. Hasan is worse than Hitler, because at least Hitler cared about Germany or something. I'm sorry. Listen, okay? I love that line. Yeah.
Is a part of PvE. That's the other thing too, bro. I mean, like, so to be clear, that's like more misinformation right there. Like, Destiny was not a part of the founding of Progressive Victory. My understanding is that, like, so Brianna Wu was a part of Progressive Victory when it was first founded. There's a different guy who heads up the whole operation named Sam, but Destiny was not a part of, like, the founding of Progressive Victory. My understanding was that Vosh was a really important.
I'm pretty sure that when Brianna Wu hit piece came out by another like progressive creator, and Destiny watched it on stream, he kind of dismissed it or something. But in my opinion, it was a pretty good video. Okay, when I reacted to it, at the very least. Okay, I hate Brianna Wu. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. Okay, I actually hate her. But maybe it's just because of my personal interactions with her. That makes me want to dislike her, and it's because I've also talked with other people who also fucking hate her. But like the thing is that like she doesn't have many allies left because of how much she grifts. Like, yeah. But you know, very cool. Who is Brianna Wu? You're right. Wu is she.
Important part of founding Progressive Victory, not Destiny.
Okay.
So they're getting like basic facts like wrong. Like, again, this had nothing, like the pack had nothing to do with Destiny.
Am I thinking of a different pack then? Because PV did reach out to me quite a bit. I thought they did. I think they wanted to work with me to like legitimize themselves. So
She kind of sucks is like scratching the surface of it. She majorly sucks. Okay, you have no idea. All right.
the best of their ability.
They wanted to work with you to like help beat Republicans.
No.
So yeah, of course you weren't interested in that, right?
Within the Democratic Party infrastructure to make themselves look like they got more emotion than they actually do. Unless I'm thinking of a different pack. I think it was PV though. I think it was Progressive Voice.
Pro-genocide.
It's the smears, you guys. I just I'm so flabbergasted that he was so egregious about these smears. It's just full on slander. There's no way he believes this shit.
Actively farming the fucking Hasan talks too much about genocide button like they were before. Because like there's obviously different.
Of course, we're tying it to Gaza. There's like, of course, he's going to find some way to tie it to Gaza, right?
Forces that motivate these people, and one of them is like organic audience development, right? They're content creators first and foremost. They're mercenaries. They don't give a shit about politics. That's fine.
He's saying that about me. Like, I'm just a mercenary. I don't give a fuck about politics. Okay.
But like, at least they have to have some semblance, some capacity to read the room. And when they read the room and they see that the room is yelling "Free Palestine, fuck Israel" over and over again at them, they can't hit that as hard as they once did, because they did do that for the past 22 months. They did that pretty aggressively, right? And even then, they didn't want to do it by like taking an open stance. They did it by just like attacking people like myself, people like Frogan, others who were actually actively fundraising, actively criticizing Israel. They just like attacked all of the pro-Palestine content creators they could from other like drama-related, irrelevant.
And I don't know what he is ascribing to me as far as my motives go. Why am I doing it? So he's saying I'm attacking pro-Palestine voices that are calling attention to a genocide. Like for what purpose now? Like, why am I doing this? Like, so it's like so now he's tying it to like the propaganda thing. Like, I guess he's legitimizing the idea that we were being paid to like stifle any conversations about genocide or something like that. Like,
points of slander in a way for them to basically position themselves not as like super pro-Israel, because you know you always need a little bit of plausible deniability, and you need to maintain this like quote unquote apolitical attitude that you have over this issue.
For what? Like, why would I benefit from this? What kind of an agenda do I have to do something like this? What would be motivating me to do that?
But while simultaneously still doing it, right? Simultaneously still attacking and positioning yourself against those who are pro-Palestine. So they don't really do that anymore. So there's something else that needs to keep motivating them. And I guess like, you know, being a part of Destiny's orbit for a crumb of additional eyeballs that you might get from his very loyal fandom and his very loyal community could be one of those.
And this is such a great example as well, right? Because it clearly shows that like it doesn't matter how much you like fucking it doesn't matter how much you distance yourself away from Destiny. It just doesn't. None of it matters. Like none of it matters how much you distance yourself away from Destiny. It's just
motivators. Okay, yeah. Another one is just like direct payments that you can get from this like fucking Destiny's Friends slush fund.
So there, right there. Now you have it. There it is. He's accusing me of taking money from Progressive Victory to not to explicitly to like attack pro-Palestine creators that were trying to call attention to genocide. Right there, he just accused me of taking money to undermine pro-Palestinian activists. This isn't based on anything. It's just full on malicious slander. Like, can I sue this guy for real? Like, can I sue this guy? That is an insane thing to say. And do you?
That would be cinema. That would be cinema. What is this gonna do? Okay, I don't listen. That looks crazy. Okay,
you guys understand? Like, he has a massive audience, you guys. This particular VOD, it only has like 24,000 views. He was doing this whole speech and reacting to this video when he had 30,000 viewers. And then those clips make the rounds on the smaller leftist Twitter accounts. You know, people like Gato Fumador or whatever. They're like, so like he puts this stuff out there, and then these little fucking foot soldiers, they go online and then they spread these lies. And then I'm getting fucking hundreds of people in my replies accusing me of doing something that is like heinous. That is such a heinous thing to accuse someone of, to take money to cover for Israel. That's like one of the, like, you understand, that's one of the worst things that you could accuse a creator of doing. And it's not based on anything. There's nothing to substantiate the claim. I mean, if this isn't slander, I don't know what it is. Like, you know, this is a new low for sure.
They intercept
for Hasan to do stuff like this. Like, I will talk shit about Hasan, talk shit about the things that he says, the things that he does. I've never maliciously smeared him ever. I've never. Well,
that is Hutch's response. Okay, good. I'm glad that he covered the doxes, because that allows me to avoid shit. Okay.